Hi, this is Will with My Spiritual Clarity, and today's video is about my personal vision process for habit change, and the tagline is Reinvent Your Routines. So the reason why I created this was for myself. It was many years ago. I didn't share it with anyone else for a long time, and I used it to create specific changes in my life, which I'll share about in this video. And I'm creating it now to be more for the public because it's very effective and it helps to change very specific things. So it's not a way to get down to the root core reason of why you are, for example, afraid to be more visible online or why you're not signing more clients, but it's very effective. It's very effective for, you want to cut out sugar. Very effective for you want to start doing a little bit more networking online each day and you just haven't quite gotten around to it. It's very effective for you want to start running again and you just haven't gotten around to it. It's very effective for you get into spats or fights with your partner or your kids on a regular basis and you want to stop that. It's a very effective way to reinvent your routines. So if that's been on your mind lately, that you want to have a complementary practice to the deep dive energy healing work or the work to clear specific limiting beliefs, if you want a complementary practice that helps you with specific daily routines, specific daily habits, that's what this is. Second, usefulness. How useful is it? Well, I find that in doing this process, within a minute or two each day, which I usually repeat 3 or 4 times, so it's 6 to 10 minutes, I get very effective results. I notice myself eating less chocolate. I notice myself naturally going for more walks. I notice myself naturally being more grateful with my family. I notice myself naturally networking more. And it's not painful. It's simple, it's clean, and it's frankly, it's easy. It's one of the easiest things that I teach. So this process is not for you if you want to overpower your resistance with a simple, perfectly easy technique so that you never again have to look at the deeper reasons why you procrastinate. This is not for you if you think that you can just wish away all the negative, bad patterns in your life with visualization or affirmations. This is not for you if you think that you can sit on the meditation cushion all day long and things will magically appear. This is not that at all. This is to have specific shifts and changes in your routines that you can also follow up with the deep dive work, with the energy healing, with clearing specific limiting beliefs, with all the other great work that you're doing. This is a great addition. So my values around this are not that with visualization we can simply change everything and we don't need anything else. No, it's that there's the right tool for the right job. If you are deep down, and I mean deep down, terrified to put yourself out there in your healing practice, to put yourself out there in your business, to be seen online, this process is not the good one, not the right one to start with. It could help. It certainly will help kind of smooth out the edges, get you into a bit more flow, absolutely. But this is not the right process for that. The right process for that would be either, working with me in a private session to look at the specific limiting beliefs, or looking at the 8 pillars of the imposter complex, potentially even past life work, or you have another wonderful practitioner that you're working with to do the emotional healing, to do the emotional release work that you need to do. So this process is the right tool for the right job. So reinvent your routines, reinvent your habits. That's what it's good for. And then the final piece is, why would you want to learn this from me? Why am I the person to learn this from? There's 2 reasons. One is the quick one, because I don't believe that this is the salve to heal all wounds. This is not the one process to end them all and in the darkness bind them, if you know Lord of the Rings. This is not the one ring of power. It's not a one-trick pony. So I don't believe that. So you're not going to get any of that in this process with me. The second reason is because I've used it very effectively for myself many times. I'll share briefly the best one. So I used to work at a restaurant. It was the first fine dining restaurant that I ever worked at in Toronto, Canada. And I sucked. I thought that I was really good. I talked myself up really great at the beginning. I pretended like I knew so much about nice wines and the proper order of service for a 4-course meal and a 5-course meal. I put on a really good show, and they bought it and they hired me, and I still don't know why they didn't fire me on the first day. But about 1 month in, I got my first talking to. Will, you're really gonna have to step it up. We're gonna have to let you go. Second month in, Will, like really, you're making the kitchen's life miserable. All your mistakes are coming through, and they have to keep remaking food. Like it's just, things are getting really bad. 3 months in, Will, seriously, if you don't change this soon, you're fired. I started using this process, this personal vision process for habit change. Within a couple weeks, the worst of it was done. I stopped making the major mistakes. I was still making mistakes. I was still doing things bad. I wasn't perfect, but I'd stopped making the major ones. Within 2 months, things were completely different. And I mean completely different. I was able to catch my manager because I had already mentally practiced so many times what he would normally do. I saw him standing. He was a big, tall hockey player. He would stand behind me when I was punching in orders at the computer with his arms crossed. And he was waiting for me to make a mistake in the way that I was punching in the orders. And I had practiced it so many times that when it happened in reality, I wasn't even surprised. When he said, "Will, that salad is not a main course, it's an appetizer." And I saw myself, and in the moment in real life, I said, "No, Gordon, they want it as a main course. They're not having an appetizer. Thank you very much." And seeing the smile on his face when he knew that I had finally learned my job properly, it was so satisfying. And I ended up, when I left that job, I had one of the best send-offs I've ever had from a job. So I've used it very effectively in my own life many times. So if you'd like to hear more or learn more about this personal vision process for habit change, please comment below, and we would love to share more with you. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye for now.